Do we have a deal?
You know, I know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth, the Matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. You know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
Hi, this is Johnny Fever, and you are watching The Blue Pill, where ignorance is bliss. Please like, subscribe, hit notifications, and follow at your boy on social media. Now, before I get going, a special thanks, as always, to my fake studio audience who always enjoys and laughs at my fake news. This is Election Fever. At the top of the news, those racist Republicans are at it again. Last week, the Republicans held their first presidential, or let's call it a vice presidential audition/debate. In typical racist Republican fashion, Republican voters overwhelmingly decided that Indian American Vivek Ramaswamy won the debate, and Indian American Nikki Haley came in second place. You damn bigots, am I right? Luckily, the not racist Democrat Party's primary contenders much better reflect America's diversity, with candidates like Joe Biden, Robert F. Kennedy, and Bernie Sanders. They're so diverse, it hurts. Democrat voters are now just waiting for Native American Elizabeth Warren to join the fray. If you've been keeping up with the news, you would know that African Americans, Asian Americans, and Indians are the new face of white supremacy. As black white supremacists protest in New York and other major cities over the influx of illegal immigrants into their struggling neighborhoods.
I don't want them there. Take them someplace else or send them back to Venezuela. I don't care where they go.
Or, as Democrats like to call them, your replacements. Speaking of the new white supremacists, the poster child in 2023 for white supremacy is GOP vice presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy.
Instead of fitting in nicely into the pocket of the white supremacists that you are.
Just ask Democrat Representative Ayanna Pressley, who said,
because we don't need any more brown faces that don't want to be a brown voice. We don't need black faces that don't want to be a black voice. We don't need Muslims that don't want to be a Muslim voice.
Now, that is what Johnny Fever calls diversity. Take that, Vivek Ramaswamy. Take that, Nikki Haley. Take that, Tim Scott.
And you ain't black.
Comparatively, Martha's Vineyard residents recently also complained about illegal immigrants in their neighborhoods. But that's not racist. Why? 'Cause Orange Man bad. In polling news, recent polls show Donald Trump as high as 20% popularity in the African community, or the African American community. This has really upset the traditional old school racist white supremacists, as they are frustrated and have been quoted saying, "There's no place for white guys in the white supremacy movement anymore." And now they are all flocking to the progressive left. One traditional white supremacist went as far as saying, "The Democrat Party is the only place where a racist like me feels comfortable nowadays."
The federal money he was hauling down to West Virginia.
Man we memorialize today, I'll remember him as he was when I came to know him. His white hair full, like a mane.
The pin I'm wearing. So boss, I'm wearing the pin.
where I can vote for a good old-fashioned old-school racist like Joe Biden.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Or like Hillary Clinton.
They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy.
In recent news, former Democrat Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has condemned Russia for jailing political opponents. Because of course, that could never happen here. Donald Trump now has the notorious claim of being the first and only president to have a mugshot, earning over $7 million just 2 days after the mugshot was taken. Trump campaign officials confirm that t-shirt pics and poster shots are no doubt on the marketing agenda, looking to add more millions of dollars to the Trump campaign coffers. Roseanne Barr recently tweeted that Donald Trump's mugshot is so hot.
That's hot.
Not to be outdone though by MSNBC's host Joy Reid, who has declared herself the true Donald Trump stan by sporting her new haircut, the Trump.
Get this, man. Hit me back. Just a chat. Truly yours. Your biggest fan. This is Stan.
In other recent news, known political and constitutional scholar Eminem has demanded that Vivek Ramaswamy quit rapping his songs, citing cultural appropriation. As everybody knows, only white people like Eminem's music. Once again, confirming Eminem's nickname, Slim Baby. In other news, completely unrelated to the 2024 election, Donald Trump has been indicted in Fulton County, along with 18 other allies. Trump has been charged with gonna win the 2024 election. Interestingly enough, Trump and 17 of the 18 charged associates have been released on bail. When Judge Emily Richardson was asked why only 17 of the 18 associates were granted bail, she rolled her eyes and said, "Because he's black, you idiot." Black Trump supporter Harrison Floyd of Black Voices for Donald Trump, who is still in jail, by the way, could be facing the death penalty in Georgia. He's been charged with the most grievous of crimes, that being off the plantation and being a black Trump supporter. Georgia Democrats are working furiously to retroactively update the law to include this as a crime punishable by death.
Open his head!
In more news, definitely not related to the 2024 election, 2 of Trump's criminal trials have been set for the day before Super Tuesday.
How convenient.
Now, Trump is currently beating Joe Biden in a number of national polls, but experts say Trump still is not within the margin of Biden cheating.
Well, isn't that special?
Now, sure, Americans were sick and tired of low gas prices, low inflation, no new wars, and 7 million less illegal immigrants. All of that is the justification for the theft of the last election. But Democrats fear that even if they rig the 2024 election, Donald Trump will still win if he decides to focus his 2024 campaign on criminal justice reform. This is the blue pill, where ignorance is bliss, and Johnny Fever, on behalf of Democrats, establishment Republicans, the deep state, and the swamp, begs you, Donald Trump, please don't run on criminal justice reform. The country just can't take another 4 years of no wars, low inflation, low gas prices, and 7 million less illegal immigrants. Please don't do it. Don't run on criminal justice reform.
Do it.
And that is Johnny Fever's Election Fever.